ดีนะนั่งภาวนาไปเรื่อยๆฝึกให้เคยชินไหมมีเวลาเมื่อไหร่ภาวนาเมื่อนั้นอย่ามารอภาวนาก่อนนอนไม่ได้กินหรอกอีก2 อาทิตย์นะเราจะมีงานปลูกพัทธสีมาเอาก่อนอื่นบอกกล่าวพวกเรานิดนึงตอนนี้มีคนนับปลอมเหรียญ
Sorry, we have audio difficulty.
เอาไปขายกันนะ5,000-6,000อะไรนะบางทีก็ไปเปิดประมูลเนี่ยหายากนะนี่ประมูลไปล่าสุดนะเห็นมีคนมาบอก
Please hold on for a moment.
5,500ของปลอมนะ
We apologize for this audio difficulty.
ของจริงมันไม่ค่อยมีหมุนเวียนออกมาหรอกพอหลวงพ่อแจกให้คนละเหรียญเอาไว้ภาวนาไม่ค่อย
Okay, audio is back.
ของจริงเขาขายกัน5-6 หมื่นนะใครมันจะไปขาย 5,000 อยากได้ของดีราคาถูกมันไม่ใช่หรอกนะมันไม่มีหรอกของดีราคาถูกมีแต่ของถูกราคาดี
We all want something good but in a cheap price, but that doesn't work in real world.
ฟังรูปนิมิตนะงาน
On August 30th, there is a sacred stone bearing ceremony. That is a ceremony that all the temples hold for this temple วัดสวนสันติธรรม Back about 10 years ago, the team asked for permission to establish a temple. The process is quite difficult. To build a temple, there are many rules and regulations. For example, it has to be further from another temple for at least 2 kilometers. It has to have the land, enough land to establish a temple. In the past, people pull in money together to purchase the land, and some presented the idea that since I make the offering, my name should be on the deeds. Luangpu said, no, because if you are only aiming for the profit, then that will not do. So at first, Mother Nan's name was on the deed, so she had to make the proposal to establish the temple, that she has to show that she wants to build a temple on this land. So even when you already make the wish, you already share that you want to build a temple on this land, then by law in Thailand, this land will no longer belong to the family member. This land will belong to the government for the purpose of building a temple. If you don't have any land and you want to make the proposal, the government will reject the proposal right away. Back then, we all have all the necessary documents to make the proposal to establish a temple in this land. The papers were ready. The process is quite long, and it needs many signatures from the authorities, from the Sangha community. So it takes years to get the permission approved. That on the news now, there is some dispute between the landowner's children, grandchildren, and the monk, and the temple in Khon province. The children and the grandchildren want to dispute the will of the land's previous owner, that he wanted to offer this land to the Sangha to build a temple. When you make the proposal to establish the temple, at first you have to make the proposal to build on this land, and then the second step is to establish the temple itself on this land. Establishing the temple takes years to finish. For Wat Suan Sanditham, it started after the permission to build on this land. The building of the temple itself, it started about 14 years ago. By law, in Thailand, there are two types of the temples. One is called Samnak Song, or like the monastery, and the other type is the temple. It depends on how much process has been done and approved on that land. There are quite a few things that they have to do, like some require ceremonies, like the certain chant to chant. This chant is to make sure that if there's any temples before this temple, they have to kind of withdraw that temple first before they establish the new temple. So that's the ceremony that had been done earlier. And then the next ceremony is to place the pin to mark the land of Sangha. That was done on the May 14th this year. And then Wat Suan Sanditham also appointed the new abbot, Phra Ajahn A, to be the new abbot of Wat Suan Sanditham on that day as well. The next thing that the temple has to do is to build the stupa that is needed for the Sangha reside at the temple to perform the ceremony. On 30th, for the sacred stones burial, people would put like a gold leaves on the sacred or the stone before they bury the stones into the land. So people will come in very early in the morning to put the gold leaves on the orbs on the stones. So there will be many people, including many monks, visiting from and authorities from the Ministry of Buddhism that would come to the temple. So there's not many parking spaces left. So Luangpo, the temple, the team asked to the parking spaces in the school nearby, so the car can park there too. So there are more parking spaces that can hold about 100 cars extra. So don't park near alongside of the road. It's very, very, very dangerous. There were some accidents that people were hit and killed on the road near the temple. Those people did not visit the temple though. They were walking along the side of the road. And Luangpo asked if it's possible to carpool so we can save more space. Let's help each other, save the space. And another thing is that we don't, at the temple, there's no food available. If you are staying all day, you can bring your own packed lunch. Years ago, at Luangpu Dun's funeral, there were many people, many monks. Luangpo was walking around the temple, and then Luangpu Pramote met Venerable Luangpu Pramote, and he was sitting hiding by himself, and Luangpu Pramote asked Luangpo Put, "What are you doing here?" And Luangpo Put replied that because there's so many people here today, I will have to take care of myself. And he had a water holder with him. The temple really want to assist everyone, but there will be many people, too many for them to handle. So you have to all help yourself. That is all. Is that all the announcement I have to make today? Luangpo said. I think that is it. When you come to the temple, we come to learn how to practice so we can be liberated from suffering. That is the purpose why we are coming to the temple. We don't have any statue that you can beg and ask to be blessed, to be lucky. If you don't have your own merit, you don't have any luck. You cannot beg for merit from anyone, luck from anyone. In the temple, we don't have any services like that, like to give anyone merit or to give anyone luck. Dharma is truth. When you take this truth and you work on it, practice on it, you will see the truth. You will see the change in yourself in a short time. If you are lost for for a long time, then you can be awakened. If you suffer a lot or for a long time, it will be lighter and shorter. If you are liberated, there's no more suffering in your mind. That maybe there are still some suffering from the body, but there's no more suffering in your heart, in your mind. After you practice, you will see that suffering, it arises because it's the conditions we created, we fabricate. It does not come from anything outside. It is coming from our craving because we do not know the truth. When you do not know the truth and you are expecting something that is not with the truth, like you do not see that this body will get sick, will get old, and it will die. You don't see that truth. If you see that truth, you will see that that is a natural thing, that it is a natural thing that we are getting old. It's a natural thing that we will get sick. And it's a natural thing that we will die. If your heart, your mind can accept that truth, as we are getting older, we say, oh, that's natural. That is normal. Sometimes you get sick and you feel, oh, that's normal. We cannot always be healthy. That is a natural thing that will happen. Those people who never practice, when they are sick, they suffer a lot. They cry. They ask to get well. Some come to the temple and beg Luangpo, asking to help their mother, their father, not to die. And Luangpo said, "Oh, but I will die too." If you practice, you will see that death is a natural thing. It comes for everyone. If you can accept this truth, Dharma is truth. When your heart reaches truth, your mind will not be waver when you encounter truth. Luangpo heard from the masters. The master said that for you practitioners, the moment right before you die, like sometimes you practice, sometimes you don't practice, but the moment before you die, the mind will see that there's no more running, there's no more escape. The mind will turn inward and become very powerful. The mind will become a stable observer and observe this body dying. The mind will not waver. It will have sati, and it will observe the body dying. It will observe when this body will take the last breath. If one can do that, they will move on to the better realm after this realm. But if you are afraid that, oh, I'm going to die, I worry about other people, I worry about myself. If your mind is saddened, that is a high chance that you will move on to a lower realm after you passed away. But for practitioners, the master said that most practitioners, before they die, the mind will become very powerful. And for some, they can even let go. And at that moment, they become arahant at the moment of death, the moment of dying. This arahant, they are called Chivatta Samasisin. That means they are losing their lives the moment that they are liberating from suffering. It is possible if we practice for the mind to become a stable observer. If you can practice until the mind is a stable observer, at the moment of dying, the mind will become a stable observer. It will not waver as the body is dying. Most will move on to the better realm. And special some, the mind will become the arahant. Lay people can even do that too. There are many stories about lay people at the moment of their death. they become arahant at the moment of their death. So you can do that too. We are all human. We can do the same as well. If we practice well, we can do that too. At least we can move on to the better realm. We are not going down, we moved on to the lower realm. If you go to the lower realm, there is a lot of suffering. For example, if you are born as a hell being, their life, their age, they live for a long time, longer than these human bodies. Like as these human bodies, actually the elements doesn't come in together for too long. For only 75 years to 100 years, then this body will break apart. But for the hell being, when they are born, they are born fully grown. For the angels, when they are born fully grown. They don't have the elements that come in together. They are, so they don't have the physical body. So the physical body cannot break apart. So the hell being is the same thing too, because they don't have the physical body. This type of their body, they can live for a long time. There are many levels of the in hell. It takes a long time to go up one level. And after they arise from the hell being, and then if they are born as in the animal realm, it will take them for a long time again to become human. So it is very difficult to become human again. So don't be careless. If we break any precept, it doesn't take too long. It takes a short time to break the precept, but it takes a very long time if we are a hell being and want to become human again. Pra Anand, the Buddha, one of the Buddha's main disciples, he took care of the Buddha. He set his mind before in his past life that he wanted to be good looking for all his lifetime. So after that lifetime, he was really good looking, but he didn't train his mind. So he broke the precept, and then he as a good looking person, he broke precept 3 that he was he made the sexual misconduct. So he was reborn as animals. And then when he was reborn as a cow, he was reborn as a beautiful male cow. And then he had to be neuter for many lifetimes. And then when he comes to reborn as human, his body was not his sexual organ was ambiguous. In the text, it can mean that he has both male and female genitals. So it takes him for a long time to be born as a healthy male. It only took a short time for him to cheat it on his spouse or other people's spouse. But it took years and many lifetimes for him to be reborn as a whole human again. So Pa Anand realized that you only make a mistake. It didn't take long at all to break the precepts, but it took years and lifetime to pay back for this karma.
ไม่ภาวนาไม่ก้าวหน้าขึ้นไปท่านปฏิบัติอุปถากพระพุทธเจ้าอยู่นานหลายปี
พระอานนท์ after he
ทำไมต้องเป็นอย่างนั้น
ordained and he became a Sodabhana or a stream
ท่าน
enterer
เคยอธิษฐานไว้กับ
he
พระพุทธ
did
เจ้า
achieve arahantship for
ขอเป็น
years
พุทธอุปถาก
because
ขอ
he
เป็
set
น
his
พระโอ
mind
สูตรขอเป็นหลาย
in
อย่าง
back in lifetime
ท่านเป็น
ago
เอต
that
ทั
he
คคะ
wished to
อง
become
ค์เดียว
the
เป็นเอต
the
ทัคคะ
caretaker
หลาย
of
อ
the
ย่าง
Buddha
เยอะที่สุดเลยเป็นแชมป์
and he also wished
ท่าน
to
ก็เลยมาเป็นพระ
know
อุป
all
ถา
the
ก
teachings by the
ดูแล
Buddha
พระพุทธเจ้าไม่ได้
so
ดูแล
when he
ก
was
ระจอกงอกง่ายนะท่าน
born
ทุ่มเท
as
ทั้ง
พระ
ชี
อา
วิต
น
จ
นท์
ริงๆเลย
he
กลาง
dedicated his
คืน
whole
น่ะ
life
พ
to
ระ
take
อื่นก็
care
น
of
อ
the
น
Buddha
พ
when
ระ
the
อานนท์น่ะ
at night when
ค
other
อย
people
เวียน
other monks
ไป
were
เดินอยู่ร
sleeping
อบกุฏิพระพุทธเจ้า
Venerable
เผื่อพระพุทธ
Anon
เจ้าเป็นอะ
would
ไร
walk
ขึ้นมาจะได้
around
ช่วยหรือท่านจะต้องการ
the Buddha's
อะไร
hut
จะได้ช่วยท่าน
to make sure if
เนี่
the
ยเสี
Buddha
ยส
needs
ละตัวเอง
anything, he
นะ
would be right there.
กลางวันก็ทำหน้าที่เลขานุการ
He
เข้าพบก็จัดแจง
dedicate
อะไร
his
เงี้ย
life and
ท่านก็เหนื่อย
all his
มากนะ
time to take care
แต่
of the
ก็
Buddha.
เป็นความตั้งใจของท่านเอง ไม่มี
But
ใคร
it
บัง
was
คับท่าน
he
นะ
set his mind to
ค
do
วามปราร
that.
ถนาที่สะสมมาแสนมหากาพย์
He accumulated this
เนี่ย
strong
ท่าน
will
ก็
that
ระ
he
ลึก
wanted
ได้
to
ไง
become
นะ
he wanted to
พอ
become
ตั้ง
the
ใจจะมาระลึกได้ โอ้
the Buddha's
เค
caretaker
ย
one
ต้อง
day.
ลำบากนะ
And
เพราะ
then
ว่าไม่
when
ผิดศีล
Phra Anon realized
เพราะฉะนั้นพวกเรา
his mistake in the
รักษา
past
ศีล
life,
5 นะ
he
ศีล 5 จำเป็นที่สุ
realized
ด
that
เลย
if
ที่
you
ศีล
broke
5
the
เราเสีย
precept
นะ
only for a short time,
โอกาสจะเป็นมนุษย์
it
ได้
will
น้อย
take
นัก
years and
โอกาสจะเป็นมนุษย์
lifetime
ได้น้อยเหลือเกิ
for
น
one to become
ให้
the
รัก
human
ษาศีล
again.
5 ไว้ อย่างน้อยเราได้เกิดเป็นคน
So
อีก
make
แต่
sure
อย่าให้
that
ดี
you
กว่านั้นนะ
uphold the 5 precepts
เรียนธรร
well,
มะแล้วลงมือปฏิบัติไว้ ให้มันเป็นนิสัย
or even
ถ้าเป็น
better,
นิสัยแล้วชาติ
learn
นี้
the Dharma
เกิดยังไม่ได้มรรคผล
and
นะ ชาติต่อ
bring
ไป
Dharma
จะ
to
ไม่
your
ยาก
life.
นะ ถ้าชาตินี้
Make
เรา
the
ไม่
habit
ทำ
of
ไว้
bring
ชา
the
ติหน้า
Dharma
ข
to
อ
your
อย่างดี
life, and
เคย
then
มีคน
the
ไป
practice
เรี
will
ยนหลว
come
งปู่ดู
easier to
กราบ
you.
เรียนท่าน
Maybe it's not in this
โอ้ย
lifetime
กู
that
ไม่
is
นั่งภาว
easy
นา
to
หรอก
you,
เหนื่อยเปล่า
but
ๆ
next
เนี่ยเขาทอ
lifetime
ด
will
ก
be
ฐิน
easy for
ทุก
you.
ปีนะเป็นเจ้าภาพทอดกฐินทุกปี ฟังเทศน์มหาชาติทุกปี
There's a person
เดี๋ยว
who
ก็ต้อง
like
เจอพระ
to
ศรี
make
อาน
the
นท์ก็บรร
offering
ลุมรรคผล
every year,
หลวงปู่
and
ท่านก็สอน
that
ชีวิต
person
นะ ได้
said
ยินคอน
that
เซปต์เนี่ย
I don't
ต้อ
want
ง
to practice
ให้
in
ส
this
บาย
lifetime, but I want to
ท่าน
make
ก็
a
สอน
lot of
สั้น
merit
ๆ บอกว่า
in this
ถ้าชาตินี้เหล
lifetime.
วไหลนะ ก็สะ
And
สม
Luangpu
ความเหล
said
วไหล
that
ไว้ ไปเจอพระ
if
ศรี
you
อานยิ่งเหลวไหลกว่า
accumulated
ตอนนี้อีก
this laziness
ไปเจอ
because
พ
you
ระศ
don't
รี
want
อา
to
นท์ก็ไม่เอา
practice,
อีกแหละ
when you
เพราะ
meet the
งั้น
next
เรา
Buddha,
สะสม
this
บุญเอาไว้
habit
นะ
will carry
ค
on
น
when
ที่
you
เขา
meet the
ภา
next
วนา
Buddha.
มา
You
แล้
will
ว
not
เนี่ย
practice
เขาจะ
when
ภา
you
ว
meet
นา
the
ได้
next Buddha too.
ในคัม
So
ภี
if
ร์
you
ก็มีพูด
practice
เย
in
อะ
this
อาตาย
lifetime,
ะ
if you are not
ภาวนาสู้
succeeded,
ตาย แล้วก็ตายจริง ๆ ไม่ได้มรร
when
ค
we
ผล
die and we
ก็มา
reborn
เจอ
and
พระพุ
meet
ทธ
the
เจ้า
next Buddha,
ในยุคนี้
we
ได้ฟัง
can
เทศน์สั้น
continue
ๆ เดียว
our
ก็เป็นพระอร
practice
หันต์เลยนะ
and we will
ในยุค
understand
ของเราก็มีนะ แต่ไม่
faster.
ไม่ใช่ระดับนั้นนะ ยกตัวอย่างหลวงพ่อตอนเ
For
ด็ก ๆ อะ
example, Luang Por, when he
พ่
was
อหลวงพ่อ
young,
พาไปกราบท่านพ่อหลีที่วัดอโศการาม ท่านพ่อหลีท่านเห็
when
น
Luang
เด็ก
Por
ๆ ท่า
was
นจะเมต
young,
ตา ไม่
Luang
ได้แกล้
Por's
งเมต
father
ตา
took
เพื่อ
Luang
เอาใจ
Por
แม่กันนะ
to see the
ถ้าพระ
Venerable
ประเภท
Master Lee.
เห็นโย
Venerable
มมา
Master
ว่า
Lee
โยมคนนี้ถ้าจะรวย เขาพาเด็กมาก็ทำเป็นเด็ก เป็นพระรักเด็กนะโอ้โลมปฏิโลมคุยเด็กหยอกล้อเด็กอะไรเนี่ย
he
อัน
liked
นี้
the
ไม่
kid.
ได้ ไม่
He
ถูก
liked
ต้อง
kid.
เลยนะ
He didn't like the
เป็
kid
น
just
การ
because he
ไม่
wanna
อเนศนา
show the parents that, oh, I love kids.
เป็น
It was
มิ
not
จฉา
like that.
ชีวะของพระเลยนะประจบสอพลโยมอะนะเพื่อเขาจะได้นับถือจะได้
To
เลิก
do
สักกา
that,
ระอะไร
actually,
เหลวไหล
it is
นะ
breaking the precept for monks. Monks should
เนี่
not
ย
just
ไปเรียนกับท่านพ่อหลี
compliment
ท่าน
lay
ก็สอน
people
เมตตา
so
นะ
they can get more
ท่านบอก
offering.
ให้ไปหายใจเข้าพูดหายใจออกโท
Venerable
เกิด
Master Lee
ทำไมพูด
taught
ล่ะ
Luang Por when Luang Por was a child.
เราก็งง
The first thing he
ทำไม
said
พูดล่ะ
to
พ่อเพิ่งกลับมา
to the kid, he
แต่ไม่
said,
ได้พูดหรอกนะ เพราะว่า งง
"Why did you just get here?"
ทำไม
Luang
พูด
Por,
ล่ะ
as a kid,
พ่อ
he
เพิ่
was
งจะมา
confused.
พามา
Oh, my dad
ตอน
just
นั้น
brought me
7
here.
ปี 02
He
นะ
was only 7 years old
ให้หาย
then.
ใจเข้าพูดหายใจออกโทนับ 1 หายใจ
And
เข้า
then
พูดออกโท
Venerable
นับ
Master
2 นะ
Lee
นับถึง
taught
10
Luang Por
แล้วก็พุ
to
ทโธนับถึง
practice
9 8
breathing
7 6 5 อะไร
meditation
อย่างเงี้ย
by breathing in, say put, breathing out, say to, and count the numbers to 1 to 10. And Luang Po at 7 years old, he really liked to practice. So he started right away after he received this teaching. He started practicing the breathing meditation every day. no one forced Luangpo to do that. He really liked to practice. When he was 10 years old, when there was a fire at the neighbor's house, as he ran toward his father to tell the adults that there is a fire, as he ran, the mind was awakened and the knower arrived, and he saw that the mind was frightened. When he saw the frightening ceases, and then the knower mind arises. So Luangpo thought that everyone's mind is a knower mind, and then Luangpo see that most people's mind are not a knower mind. And then Luangpo realized that, yeah, if you never practiced before, to attain a knower mind, it will be difficult. But if you have done it before, it will be easy. So let's practice in this lifetime, and then it will come easier to you. If you can attain Sodabana or become a stream enterer, you will be safe. You will not be reborn as in the lower realm. For enlightened beings such as Sodabana, Sakitagami, Anagami, or the stream enterer, the once returner, the non-returner, they may be saved from the lower realm, but it doesn't mean that their life will be smooth. Enlightened beings, sometimes they are still subject to karma. Some are murder, but some have a hard life. But it means that although their lives can be hard, but their minds are more free. So let's practice so we can be saved. If you can become the stream enterer, to become the stream enterer is not something that is difficult. The stream enterer, the most important thing that they see, they understand is that they let go of the wrong view that there is a self, there is me. Do you feel that this body is my body? This is me. The whole body is me. But if you have the mind that is stable observer, it will see that this body is just a thing. But you will still see that the mind is me. The body might not be you per se, but the mind is still feel like my mind is me. That's my mind. How to see that this body is not us? To practice is not to tell yourself that this body is not me, but is to see, to feel, to be aware of the body. And then you can contemplate, is this body permanent? Is this body suffering? And you can contemplate, is it really me? This body keeps changing all the time. Sometimes the body is getting up, sitting down, walking, sitting, laying down. This body is not permanent. Why it is not permanent? Because it is always oppressed to change, pressure to change. If you sit for a long time, it starts to ache, so you have to move. You have to get up. If you walk for a long time or stand for a long time, you have to sit down. If you're laying down, lay down for a long time, it started to suffer. You will get bed sore. So you need to move to escape from suffering. We use the body movement to run away from suffering, but the suffering keeps coming after us. We try to run away from the suffering, by changing the postures, keep moving. That is a way for us to run away from the suffering that arises in the body. But the suffering always kind of catch up with us. It doesn't matter how fast we run, but it keeps changing all the time. For example, if you contemplate the age gap, the age range, when we were young, that is gone. Many of the people here sitting in a temple, they are middle age, and then old age, and then after the old age, that's no more, and then we will be reborn again. So every age range, they are impermanent. They are gone. The middle age is impermanent. The young age is impermanent. The old age is impermanent. If you observe your life in every moment, observe this body in every moment. We move all the time. We breathe in and then we have to breathe out. So breathing in is impermanent. Breathing out is impermanent. Sitting down is impermanent. Standing up is impermanent. Their bodies hold on a lot of suffering. So let's try sitting or laying down for a long time. Sit still, laying still for a long time. It doesn't matter how expensive the beds or the chairs are. If you don't move, the body suffers. Some see the non-self of the body. To see the non-self that with the body, it needs a lot of samadhi. That requires a lot of samadhi to see that. To observe the non-self of the body, one see the elements that coming in and going out of this body. Like for example, the water element, we have to drink water in, and then we have to pee. The urine has to go out from this body. So the water element coming in and then it has to go out. There's no living here. It's just element going in and going out. For those with very strong samadhi, when they contemplate the body, they will see the elements that is coming together and make this body. They will see that the water, that is the water elements here, the earth element here. The water element that holds the other element together. When there is no more water element, other elements will break apart. This body will break apart. So there's nothing here. It's just elements that come together. When it breaks apart, the elements return to the world. The water return to the world. Earth return to the world. Fire return to the world. The first element that would leave this body as it's dying is the wind element. If you can see this, the mind will sadden that this body, they are very unsubstantial. It cannot be hold on to. So it will see the impermanent, the suffering, the non-self of this body. The mind, the same goes to the mind too. The mind is suffering, non-self, and impermanent. If you observe the mind, aware of the mind sometimes is happy and then unhappy. If you can keep observing like that the mind keeps changing all the time, you can enlighten too. Like the mind then wander off, that is not me. There is no me. We do not practice to give up self. we are practicing to let go of the wrong view that there is us, there is a self.
บางคนบอกภาวนาเพื่อละตัวตนนี่พูดไม่เป็นหรอกภาวนาไม่เป็นหรอกมันไม่มีตัวตนให้ละหรอกตั้งแต่แรกแล้วนะ
If one say that we are practicing so we can let go of this body and this mind, actually the correct way to say that there is no body, there is no mind. We are practicing to gain the right view that there is no body, there's no mind, there's no us. But as first, we have to have the mind that is stable. We have to train ourselves so the mind that is stable observer arises, a stable of knower. But we have to have the correct sati or samma sati and then samma samadhi or correct samadhi first. To practice the full foundation of mindfulness is not about over-focusing on the body, on the mind. That's not the teaching by the Lord Buddha. Most practitioners, they focus on the object of meditation, and they even deny that. They said, I have to focus on the breath, I have to focus on the foundations of mindfulness. We just have to know, for example, know so that this body is breathing, know so that the body is sitting, laying down, walking, know so that the mind is happy, unhappy, wholesome, unwholesome, or the mind is greedy or not greedy, with aversion or without aversion, restless or sadness or worry. We just have to know them as it is, as they are. Know the body and the mind as they are without interfering, without trying to fabricating them. For example, like if your mind is happy, how to keep this happiness? That is not the way to practice. To practice is to know the body and the mind as they are. And you need the two tools is to have sati, to be aware of the body and the mind. And as you have the correct sati, then correct samadhi will also arise. And then it will lead you to see the three characteristics that comes with the body and the mind. And to see the truth, that the truth is there's no body, there's no mind. Once you see that you have the right view, one become the Sodabana or the stream enterer. Dharma is truth. And so you see the truth. Can you summarize what you have to do? One is to uphold the 5 precepts well. Otherwise, you will miss the opportunity to become the human to practice again. You may be lost in the lower realm for a long time. You may not have a chance to learn from the Buddhism again. The second thing you have to do is to practice formally, set aside the time in your days to practice formally and practice with sati. It's not about sitting for a long time and the mind is lost or over-focusing as you practice, like torturing yourself. So as you practice walking or sitting, practice with sati. Be aware. For example, be aware that this body is breathing in, breathing out. Be aware that this body is walking, standing. When you practice like this, then the mind, you can attain the mind that is a stable observer. So the mind will kind of have the distance from the phenomena that arises. If the mind is still thinking, that is not the correct practice. the correct way to practice that the mind has to be a knower. It will see the body moving, the body stopping, the body walking, the body standing. You see the mind, the phenomena of the mind. So keep knowing. And the more you practice, you will even see the mind rise and ceases. The mind arises at the eyes and then ceases at the eyes. The mind arises at the nose. It ceases at the nose. The mind arises at the mind itself. It also ceases at the mind itself. That is very refined. You don't have to be alarmed. Don't think too much. Just be aware of the body moving. That is enough. Luangpu just telling for those who like to practice in a more refined and skillful in the practice. But many of you in this hall, because you're a starter, just be aware of the body and the mind as they are. Luangpu said that your face look like a baby. It's not that your actual face look like a baby, but your mind, it still needs some training. So it's kind of like still a baby and it still needs to grow. Now homework reviewing time number 1. I keep the 5 moral precepts better. I practice in the morning and in the evening for half an hour. Sometimes I see anger as it arises. Sometimes I see greed. I want other people to think well of me. I notice pity, a rapture, conceited, and the moments when the mind gets lost more clearly than before. However, after I know this phenomena, I tend to start focusing and trying to maintain the mind. Then the mind becomes tight and tense. I experience pain and tightness in the right side of my head and the neck. Please tell me what to do. Luangpu replied, be aware that you want to practice. When you see that, when you are aware of that, then you will not have the pain in your head. Now you want to be good. You want to practice well. So you are holding all the time. So let's see the root cause of that you wanting to practice and you want to practice correctly. Luangpu made a mistake before too. One day, when Luangpu was a lay person, Luangpu went to this temple and then he saw a bench by the tree. And Luangpu thought that, oh, this is where I was gonna sit and practice. And then the master saw me and he said that Pramote, you want to practice, you do not know that you want to practice is already incorrect. Some said that, oh, because but keep practicing, practice diligently. Some even say to Luangpu that now I see the mind, so my work's finished, so I went to bed. So Luangpu said, oh, that's not correct either if you are lazy. When Luangpu first trying to practice seeing the mind, so Luangpu's eyes hurt because he tried to see the mind with his actual eyes. So number 1, now your mind just is lost. Can you feel that when Luangpu said be aware, you're pulling the mind back in. That is the thing that makes you stressed. Don't pull the mind back, just know the mind as it is. Don't try to pull the mind in, otherwise you will stress and your neck, your head will hurt. Some have a neck ache, some have a headache, some have a backache. The more greed you have, the more painful your body will experience. Now the mind is lost. Can you tell? Can you tell that the mind is moving? You should be aware of the breath. Breathe in, no so. Breathe out, no so. Observe the body breathing in and out. This body is not us. It's just a bag of skin that the air is coming in and going out. Just observe this body as if this body is a bag of skin. So now you have the thing that you can practice with. Number 2. Recently, I have been having problems with my knees. So my formal practice, I have been shifted from walking meditation to sitting meditation. While sitting, I use small sticks for counting. Each time I become aware that the mind has wandered, I pick up one stick. Most of the time, I find that the mind has wandered off into thought. I begin to learn to recognize the mind as it has slipped into over-focusing. Please tell me what to do next. It is normal to observe aversion. Aversion is the easiest emotion to observe because it's intense. So the more you observe aversion, the mind will start to see other phenomena as well. And you will start to see that now the mind is within itself or the mind wander off. Don't dull your mind. When you are dull, you make your mind dull. You try to make yourself feeling peaceful. Be aware. Be aware, but don't force it. Let's give Luangpu a sweet smile. Try sweet smile. Can you feel that the mind and the body is smiling? Now the body is smiling. Keep knowing the body often, and then you will progress. Now it's not correct again because you are holding on to the mind. So that you are holding, so it's tight. So know the body as it moves. See other as you see. See yourself as you see others. That you don't take any part in them. So smile a lot. It will help you. If anyone scolds you, just smile. And then other people will be afraid of you. They will say, oh, she's crazy. She's smiling all the time. Before Luangpu ordained, at the office, other people ask Luangpu, why are you always smiling? Why are you so happy all the time? Because when you practice, but Luangpu didn't tell them that because Luangpu was practicing. Because there's no worry, so that's why the face smile. Number 2, you're still used to controlling yourself. Just feel it. Just be aware. Can you tell that the eye was widened and you're looking up? Just be aware of that. That is the correct mind. Now you have questions. Do you know yourself? Just keep being aware, one moment at a time. Are you aware that you like to look up and make a wide-eyed? So be aware of that. Now you smile again. Just be aware of that. You don't have to force yourself to wide the eye. Just because Luangpu says so. See, it's easy to be aware of the body and the mind. Don't dull your mind. Don't force your mind. Hold your mind. Number 3. Number 3, I chant and listen to the Dharma talks, practice walking meditation and sit in meditation every day. I use Buddha as observing the breath, and sometimes I recite Metta Kunnang when the mind is restless. I have not found a meditation word that really suits me. I tend to have I tend to have anger easily. So my practice in the fourth precept is not very good. I practice walking meditation. Sometimes I feel sleepy right from the beginning. So I listen to Luangpu's talk while walking. Please tell me if I'm suitable to observe the body or the mind. Luangpu replied, you have a lot of aversion. It's actually easier for you to practice. What you have done is good. Your mind has progressed. When you can observe the mind, then observe the mind. When the mind is with aversion, then no so. Number 3 is not difficult for you to practice because with aversion, it's easy to observe. Number 4. Number 4, I observe precepts and do formal practice every day. I use the body and the mind as my meditation objects. When the body moves, I know it. When the mind changes, sometimes I know it in time and sometimes I do not. The mind often wanders into thought. When liking or disliking arise, I know it simply and naturally until the knowing happens on its own. When the defilement arise, I can know them, but they sometimes come out through my speech. Sometimes I see there's no self, but that's not all the time. Please tell me how to uproot the wrong view. Luangpu replied, you practice correctly. Just keep practicing and one day you will be able to uproot the wrong view. Number 5. Moment. Number 3, when you practice samadhi, don't dull your mind. Right of just now is not correct. Be aware of yourself, don't dull your mind. Number 5. In formal practice, the breath becomes clear and gentle. I can see the breath pause and move again. Then the mind becomes stable. When something comes into contact with the mind, I am able to know it and let it go. And I turn to observe the mind. It feels clear, light, and spacious, peaceful, with the subtle happiness deep within. Then should I continue to observe the mind this way, or should I return to knowing the body? One day, I saw that the body is not me, and the body is suffering. Please tell me what to do next. Luangpu replied, when your mind is with samadhi, you will see that this body is nothing but suffering. We are not practicing to rely on even the good mind. We practice to see that even the good mind, the mind that is light, gentle, is not permanent. If you are rely on that type of mind and you hold on to that type of mind, you will be attached to samadhi. We practice to see that even that type of mind is not permanent. Number 4, you are holding your mind. Can you tell? You are holding the mind. Don't do that. Just be aware of it as it is. Now, it was not normal. Let it go and know it as it is. Don't fabricate it. Don't fabricate the mind. Just know, be aware of the fabrication. Number 6. Number 5, you should see that even the mind that is light, spacious, brightened is not permanent. Number 6, I practice by reciting Metta Kunnang, knowing when the mind wants to overfocus and when it's lost. Now the mind feels lighter and more at ease. Normally, I tend to become stressed easily because of wanting things to be in a certain way, and I put pressure on myself. I become able to know the wanting more often. Please tell me what to do next. Luangpu replied, if you can observe the mind, then be aware of the mind. Don't fabricate the mind to be proper. You don't have to do that. Let it be and know it as it is. Like right now, the mind is lost. Know so that the mind was lost. The mind was still lost. Can you tell? Like you're thinking, oh, what is the mind that is lost? So you're trying to find the mind that is lost with the mind that is lost. Number 7. In formal practice, I do walking meditation every day. I practice by being aware of the body and notice that the mind wanders off into thought. Sometimes I add the meditation work, and this tends to make the mind feel tight and tense. Please tell me if I'm practicing it wrong. Luangpu replied, no, you practice it correctly. Don't rush the process. Keep learning about yourself. The more you want, the slower the progress will be. Luangpu keeps saying we are not practicing to receive anything, to gain anything. We're practicing to see the truth that this body is not us. The mind is not us. The mind is lost. Know so that the mind is lost. Keep being aware. Be at the present. Don't struggle. Try to find phenomena to see. Be at the present. Number 8. Number 8. I do formal practice every day, and I can see that the mind likes to wander off into thought from time to time. When I'm aware of the thought ceases, but before long, the mind wanders off to think again. Please tell me what to do. Luangpu replied, you need the object of meditation for the mind to stay with. It can be mantra or it can be the body moving. Then the mind will not be lost for long. The mind that knows every time the mind is lost. So you practice like that. You need to have the object of meditation. It's like the home for the mind. So when the mind leaves the home, you will know so. You will be aware more quickly as the mind leaves the home. So you need a home for the mind. All 8 homework submitters today, they are good in a different way. That is all the Dharma talk for today. อนุโมทนาค่ะ